Hey, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we are going to go through the set overview of set 13, Divine Dragon Progression. For some of you that may be confused, the release date for the JP server was on December 1st, and Global is 3 months behind, so this will be the set that will follow set 12, obviously, and will be coming around in around 3 weeks. So I'm really excited to go through this set. As usual, we will go through the calendar, what kind of events, rank rewards, clans, and around the top 3 cards that I think will be very valuable to recognize and acknowledge when going into the new set. So without further ado, let's begin. So to begin, let's check out the JP calendar for the month of December. It is important to note that December was the 1-year anniversary for JP Vanguard 0, but this will not be the anniversary for Global. Global is actually 1 month ahead of the schedule, so we will be getting our Global anniversary on April. Okay, so let that be clear, that will be on April. We've seen this 6 months ago where JP celebrated half-year anniversary with set 7 and Global celebrated half year on set 8 instead. So that is very important to note, that there is a reason why I'm not covering some of the anniversary campaigns, because it probably isn't going to be anniversary for Global. So I'm going to skip over some of that. We will be bringing that stuff up for the next set overview for set 14, which is where I expect the set anniversary information to be. But if you want to know more about the anniversary in general, you can go check out the Discord link down below in the comment section as well. So again, because of these small changes, we've also seen some gacha fiasco kind of situation going on with set 12 for Global. So just important to recognize that this is a depiction of the JP calendar and a review of the JP experience in general, and it absolutely may not be 100% representative of the Global experience, and you will have to wait for a Global confirmation before anything is actually confirmed. And even then, until you actually receive it in game, then I would still hold all our expectations aside, because we have also seen them move the goalpost around sometimes as well. So I guess without further ado, let's start with the JP calendar. So they started off with the anniversary event countdown, the set release on the 1st, of course. They had the Nubatama event starting on the 4th of December. Then they had their tournaments on the weekends, as we do. And then on the 18th, they had the Christmas dice event. So that's really dicey. And then there's also 2 ranked rewards that we will go more in depth into really soon. Next, let's talk about the type of banners. Of course, there is the banner, the general banner for the set 13. But it is important to note that there were triple rare medals for this month, but it wasn't necessarily for this set, it was for the anniversary. So it was an anniversary campaign where for every roll you will get a medal, and for 15 medals you can trade for a triple rare, and 15 you can trade for a double rare. So this is the old triple rare medal, Aichi medal kind of system that you would recall from the half-year anniversary when Global had set 7. Global did not have these Aichi medals that JP had, so I do not think, based on our previous track record, I do not think that we will be getting triple rare medals for the set. However, again, who knows what will happen. For the V Metal shop, we have some new skins here. We have Tetsu for Dark Irregulars reverse, and Asuka for Pale Moon reverse. And also we have the revival. We have Chris, Psycholia Chris coming back for exchange as well. So that's super cool. If you missed any of these, I think Psycholia Chris is 200 VMLs, while Asuka and Tetsu is 50 VMLs. So remember to save some VMLs for set 12. Global haven't seen SP medals yet as of the recording of this video. And for set 13, we don't know if we are going to be getting any SP medals or whatever yet. So generally speaking, if you are planning to roll for set 12 and set 13, you will be able to collect quite a few V medals for your skin trades or other V medal shop purchases. So just save up for that if you are interested, and these skins are pretty neat. Next, we have the V coupon shop. So this is the coupons that you get from entering and winning in the tournament mode over the weekends. We have the return of 2 ranked rewards. We have Vermilion and Riviere. In addition, you have the sleeves from the respective rank seasons, as well as exclusively new sleeves based on the ranked reward as well. So we have Riviere sleeves and we have Vermilion sleeves for those who are interested. Personally, I think the Vermilion sleeves are pretty neat because if you wanted to get the original art, you need to get to clan level 40 for Narukami to get them. And now at least I can show off some swag with a Vermilion just by spending around 15 view coupons if I'm correct. So that's really neat. Definitely really cool arts. And if you missed any of these, I think they're definitely could be considered to pick up. In terms of the clan events, we have Nubatama Wave 1. We haven't seen Wave 2 yet, but who knows? Maybe we will see that soon. The event the name is really long, but let's just simplify it as Ninja Master Neo. So we will be seeing Nubatama as a clan. Nubatama as a clan is generally about getting rid of your opponent's cards in hand. So this is really neat. For those who like hand destruction decks in other card games, this works very similarly. If for those who like Transglory, for example, this is very up your alley. So if you're interested in Nubatama, I mean, even if you aren't interested in the clan, you can just do the event, roll some free packs. Rolling packs are always fun. And you will also get to exchange for some packs, some normal packs for your other future rolls as well. So definitely look forward to that. And then for the second of the month, we have Welcome Holy Night Party, which was the December dice event, the Christmas 2020 dice event. And here we have Tetsu for Dark Irregulars and Asuka for Pale Moon. So even if you don't have the V medals to exchange for the reverse Pale Moon and Dark Irregular skins, you may pick up these event Asuka and Tetsu skins, and they are honestly one of my favorites so far for these seasonal events. Do note that Global might not get the seasonal events that JP has. Generally speaking, there are some discrepancies simply because of where Global will be at in terms of actual time. This will be in March, and I mean, you know, like Global has seen Valentine's when it wasn't Valentine's, and Halloween now in February. So who knows? But anyways, JP had the Christmas event in Christmas, which was in time, and Global will probably have this at least somewhere in the future down the line after March. For the rank rewards, we have the first rank reward of the season from the 1st to the 15th. We have Battle Sister Fromage. If you haven't checked out Global's set news already, Fromage actually got the buff early. So if you don't know that, I think go check out the news. The buff is really sweet. Gives Fromage extra power and makes it a little bit more viable, I'd say. For the sleeves, we have Battle Sister Parfait and Nouveau Vague, Transcendence Dragon Nouveau Vague. So that's really cool and definitely neat. And for the second half of the month, we have Purple Trapezist. I actually am a big fan of this art. I don't know you, but I do think it's pretty cool. And we also have Amon Reverse and Lukia Reverse sleeves as well. I definitely do think that the Lukia Reverse sleeve is a really, really sick one. And Amon Reverse is also a really cool tree. So, yeah. All right, so I guess this is the halfway point of the video. From this point onwards, it really isn't about any facts or reflections of the JP meta. It's about just showcasing some of the key cards, in my opinion, that I think you should be wary of. And it is based on quote-unquote independent investment value and not necessarily the top 3 cards. But one thing that we will notice starting from this set onwards is that there are a lot of packages coming around. So it is easy to say some cards are better independently moving forward, but we can't also forget that some cards just synergize better with, you know, its same name or archetype and stuff like that. So I will take that into consideration. And we have quite a lot of clans for this set. We have 6 clans. We have Kagero, Royals, Pale Moon, OTT, Oracle Think Tank, Dark Irregulars, and Great Nature. So there's 6 clans that get supported. Some clans only have 1 card. Some clans have a lot of cards. So, you know, top 3 can't even be possible for some clans. So I think that's really important to note. If you want to know the full list of cards that will be brought to set 13, to Vanguard 0 through set 13, please go check out the Vanguard 0 database, again, link in the description down below, where you will be able to filter through and see every single card and judge them for yourself. I think that is definitely very important if you are planning to roll the set, or if you are planning to equip yourself to handle this new meta. Definitely go check out all the options there are and consider what are the possible plays and counter plays. All right, so let's move into the respective clans. So first of all, the one clan that I think gets the most out of the set, definitely Kagero with Transcendence Dragon, Dragonic Nouveau Vague, that's the full name. Skill, Vanguard Circle, Soul Blast 3, Counter Blast 3, and Persona Blast. Discard a copy of itself, so Persona Blast basically works as the name suggests, to retire all of your opponent's rear guards. So definitely very devastating, but you're rarely going to pull this off anyways, honestly. And second skill, during your turn, if you or your opponent's damage zone has 5 or more cards, all of your opponent's trigger effects are nullified. So F in chat for the 6 damage heals. If you've seen my streams, you will know that almost every other game for one of my streams was 6 damage heals. So I am really, this could be for me just because the game calls for it. So yeah, I mean, the Nouveau Vague package transcends all and gives you so much consistency in terms of, riding up, in terms of retiring, in terms of pressure, avoiding 6 damage heals. I think it's really, really great. But yeah, some of the key supports, we were talking about packages, and it's important to know that the Nouveau Vague itself isn't that great actually, but the package itself is amazing, which is why you will see this package, this Nouveau Vague, Nouveau Critic, Nouveau Roman package seen throughout all sorts of Kagero decks, even up until set 15 right now. So grade 2 Nouveau Critic, the first card on the bottom right corner to your left, Vanguard Circle, Vanguard Rearguard Circle, when placed, if your hand has Nouveau Vague, or if your Vanguard is Nouveau Vague, Counterblast 1 to retire one of your opponent's rearguards. So there's no restrictions like Berserk Dragon, and it's a cheaper cost, which is really great. Next, Nouveau Roman Dragon, the grade 1, Vanguard Rearguard Circle. When placed, if your Vanguard is grade 2 or less, return a Nouveau Vague from your hand to your deck to add a grade 3 from your deck to your hand. So what this means is you can actually tutor out whether that's Dauntless Drive that you want, whether that's Cruel Dragon if you want a superior ride faster, maybe you want Dragonic Overlord to swipe through things, Blockade to ignore intercepts, well, or the End to Persona Blast. Well, there you go. A Nouveau Roman helps you set that up, and also returns a heal if you put heal on Nouveau Vague, which is really, really nice. And lastly, an honorable mention to Dragonic Gaius. Now, this card is interesting. You won't see this in many lists, but I do think that this has a lot of potential, and it might be seen as a one-off in future builds. Rearguard Circle, when this boosts a unit and attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 2 to have the boosted unit get +1 crit until the end of battle, and the power given by this unit boosting becomes 0. So even if your future units do not have crit pressure, Dragonic Gaius does give you that option to promote an extra crit instead of the 6k, and we know that as long as you hit those numbers, guarding isn't that big of an issue. So as long as you hit your opponent's Vanguard number, then you're dealing damage or threatening a PG, a Sentinel. So this is a really great option. Another honorable mention is Cruel Dragon. It's a great option to accelerate your ride, but honestly, I don't think it's that big enough to be listed in the top 3 or top 4, because, well, you might accelerate to go into Nouveau Vague earlier, but outside of that, I don't know how important it is to get to 3 faster. So overall, the Nouveau package does give you consistency offensively and defensively, and is a really strong force to reckon with, and you will see this in all sorts of Kagero builds moving into the future. Next up, we have Dark Irregulars with Demon Marquis, Amon Reverse, Vanguard Circle Limerick for once per turn, lock a rearguard to get +1 for each soul in your each card in your soul until end of turn. And if you have 6 or more, it gets crit +1. If your soul has 10 or more, second skill, carry +2 to retire one of your opponent's rearguards and cross ride with the original Amon. So I think Amon Reverse is pretty neat. Getting extra power to hit over your opponent's defensives. If you have 6 or more, which honestly isn't that hard, you get crit pressure, In addition, if you have 10 or more, you can counterblast 2 to retire any of your opponent's rearguards, so you get to choose instead of the original Ammon. Definitely really nice. You can ping out your opponent's intercepts in the late game, ping out their boosters in the early game. You have flexibility in the retire, which is really, really good. In addition, its support is really nice as well. So starting from the top bottom right corner on the left, grade 2 Ammon's follower Hell's Draw. When placed, if your Vanguard is an Ammon, Soul Charge 2, add an Ammon's follower Hell's Trick with heal from outside of your deck to your deck for each heal put into your soul by this effect. The grade 1 does the same thing. When placed, Soul Charge 2, add an Ammon's follower Hell's Trick with heal from outside of your deck for each heal put into your soul by this effect. So it's kind of working like Genesis, where even if you soul charge your heal triggers, well, you get to put it back. And in this case, you can argue that it's better or worse. It's better because, well, you still get that extra soul charge to hit your numbers. It's worse because, well, it's generally going to be your Edel Rose or your Bike or Chariot, and you much rather have those units in your deck instead. Either or, well, you're still achieving the idea of having a soul, you're having a soul charge that puts your triggers back to your deck, and heals are really valuable. So I really appreciate that option. And the grade 0 Ammon's follower Fate Collector is also pretty neat as well. Helps you boost your soul. On rearguard circle, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If your soul has 6 or more cards, put this unit into your soul to draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand into your soul. So this card is basically on boost, put it into your soul to soul charge 2, and then draw 1 card basically. It's really nice. From 6 soul, you get to push your soul count to 8. As long as you play just one of the grade 1 or grade 2 Hell's Draw or Hell's Deal, you basically get to 10 soul, and you get to do a lot of shenanigans. And always getting to trade up your hand, draw 2, put it into soul is really nice. If you play Succumbing, it basically works that way too. So overall, Dark Irregular support gives crit on Vanguard, yes. Heal back in deck, yes. So all you gotta do is follow the way of Ammon, whether that's the Ammon base deck or the Reiji base deck, which definitely got really, really buffed and is arguably tier 1 right now. I definitely do think that Dark Irregulars have a spot to shine their darkness in the metagame. Honorable mention to Echo of Nemesis. It's a Sentinel restricted unit, Dantarian, the Break Ride, and Ammon's follower, Cycle Grave, for accelerating your soul charge. So if you are interested in these options, do check out the database. Again, there are a lot of sub cards that I may have to skim through for the sake of this video, but I think it's definitely a really cool option. Next up, Pale Moon. Pale Moon is a really, I think they got they got really neat support with Silverthorn and other generic options as well. But I think everyone is excited for the Queen to be back. Silverthorn, Dragon Queen, Lukier Reverse, Limit Break 4, Vanguard Circle, counterblast 1 and lock a rearguard to call a card from your soul, and that unit gets +5 until end of turn. Vanguard Circle, when your rearguard is placed from soul, this unit gets +5 as well. And cross-ride with the original Lukier, which you will probably play in the Silverthorn deck anyways, so this is really cool. So in addition to Silverthorn support, we also have Break Ride, right, with Miracle Pop Ava. This card isn't Silverthorn, but you will probably see this often as well with Pale Moon around. Limber Break 4, when rolled upon your Vanguard gets +10, and the following ability, Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks, put 2 rearguards into your soul to call 2 cards from your soul. So it's a little exchange shenanigans that Pale Moon always does, and when attacked, soul charge 1 and get +1. So I think this is a pretty good option. It resets your board. You can then pull off your Trapezist or whatever wombo combo you want to do. I think it's really cool. And in terms of consistency, we also have Silverthorn Assistant Arena. Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when placed, look at the top 2 of your deck and put a Silverthorn into your soul. So you're filtering through your deck, you're putting the Silverthorns that you want into your soul, then you can tutor out later, which is really cool. And then the grade 0, the new starter Silverthorn Assistant Lonella, also does something similar. Rearguard Circle, when the attack by a Silverthorn Vanguard, this unit boosted hits, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck and put a Silverthorn into your soul. So the good thing about the starter is you can keep using it. It doesn't go in soul while the arena is on place, but you can think about the pros and cons for each. I think you're gonna play them both at as much as possible anyways. Arena is definitely a 4 of. You can always just put it back in the soul, pull it back out, and then do the skill again on place. Well, Lunella is a really good boost option. Unfortunately, it is restricted to behind Vanguard, but you can keep spamming it, so it's really, really nice like that. Honorable mention to Marissa, Anna, for the multi-attack option, that's the grade 2, grade 1, and the Rising Dragon, 9+3, so 12k attacker for grade 2. Rising Dragon's pretty good because much more valuable in this clan than the others, in my opinion, because, well, when you're superior calling left and right from your soul and resetting your board, having just a generic 12k beater is really cool, and can swing by itself, which means that you can save the booster for later as well, so which is really nice. I think overall Pale Moon, does deck thinning, it resets the board, and then performs the way you want it, and all in all, the queen is back, so hooray for that. Next up, we have Great Nature with Leopold Reverse. School Punisher, Leopold Reverse. Long list of skills. Let's try to get through it. Vanguard Circle, Limit Break 4, lock a rearguard to have 2 of your rearguards get the power plus 4,000 until end of turn, and the following 2 abilities until the end of turn. Rearguard Circle, retire this unit at the end of turn. And also Rearguard Circle, when this unit is retired during your end phase, call this to an open Rearguard Circle. Vanguard Circle skill, when this unit attacks, hits the Vanguard, counterblast 2 to stand one of your rearguards, and it gets plus 4. And retire that unit at the end of turn, and it is a cross-run with Leopold, which is still a really good unit with a Vanguard Rearguard skill. So I think this card is pretty neat. It is basically Leopold and Polaris 2-in-1. So if you enjoyed the Great Nature decks thus far, you will enjoy Leopold Reverse. It helps you get your on retire skills. It gives them the power to hit over numbers. It also gives you the restand and multi-attack option that you might enjoy. Some other support units that are worthy of mentioning includes Honorary Professor Chat-Noir, which is the Break Ride. Grade 3, Limit Break 4, when rolled upon, your Vanguard gets plus 10, and the following ability until end of turn. When your unit attacks the Vanguard, one of your rearguards get plus 4 until end of turn. At the end of that turn, draw a card and retire that unit. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, it gets plus 3 until end of battle. So this card lets you basically give a unit plus 4, and then you get to draw a card, and you retire it. The nice thing about this is because, well, if you are going to pump it up multiple times, there's only you don't need to retire it multiple times. The moment it gets retired once, well, it's already retired and it's off the board, so you don't need to proc it anymore. So you stack a lot of power. You get to restand it with Leopold Reverse or Polaris or something, and unleash devastating multi-attacks, or just reset your board, which is really cool. Some other cards that I think is worth considering is Taping Cat. Taping Cat is your vanilla Rearguard Circle on place Soul Blast to draw a card. It's nice. You don't really use a soul for Great Nature. Drawing cards are is good. Great Nature has a really tight grade 1 slot though, but I think Taping Cat is definitely a nice option moving into the future, especially with Legion right around the corner, where you do want to accelerate your drop zone. And lastly, Wash Up Raccoon. I know a lot of people don't really know this card, so Rearguard Circle, when this unit is retired during your end phase, return 3 grade 2 or less other than Wash Up Raccoon from your drop zone to your deck to add a Wash Up Raccoon from your deck to your hand. Now, you might be wondering, why even consider this card? This card looks like trash, right? It's a raccoon, trash panda. Well, I know that returning non-triggers sound unfavorable, but when your deck thins through cards really fast, if you play Great Nature already, you know, with the duck bills, with the parrots, with your Hamuskes, you're drawing really fast. Wash Up Raccoon has great synergy because, well, it returns your targets like Hamuskes back to your deck, and then you can draw them back by retiring them. You can basically recycle these Hamuskes on and on, which is really nice. And also, well, you don't really want to deck out sometimes, and Wash Up Raccoon gives you that option of returning non-triggers to your deck. So when you are really desperate for your deck count, well, maybe Wash Up Raccoon could be there to help you out with that. And Wash Up Raccoon picks you up another Wash Up Raccoon, so you can keep doing that for quite a while. So I guess that's just my 2 cents, 10 cents. I know people don't really think highly of it, but I do think that there could be potential. And overall, knowledge is power, and options are always great. So this set, Great Nature, is all about reverse, restand, and respawn. Set up everything and just go for broke. Next, we have Royal Paladins Exculpate the Blaster. long list of skills again, and surprisingly, Royal Paladin only has one card worth of support this set. So it's not that I don't want to bring up to, top 3 or top 4. It's just that Royals literally only have one card. So bear in mind. Vanguard Circle, if Blaster Blade is not in your soul, this unit cannot attack. Vanguard Circle, if Blaster Blade is in your soul, can last 3 to get the following 2 abilities until end of turn. First of all, this unit battles all of your opponent's units in one attack, and second of all, at the end of battle, this unit attacks, ride a Blaster Blade from your soul as rest, and put all the cards in your soul into your drop zone. Lastly, and if your Vanguard is a grade 3 blaster, this card can be normal called. So that means that if your Vanguard is not a grade 3 blaster, this card cannot be normal called. So this card is a one-shot wonder. One blaster to rule them all, just blast through all of them like Vermilion. You're attacking everything. You're dunking all your souls, so even if you go back to MOB, you won't have the 12k base. This card, if you don't use a skill, I guess you can stay on 13k base, but I don't know how valuable that is, but I guess that is an option. I think that this card is a bit of a high roll card, like you're going all in or nothing. But I guess the good thing is that it's great support for blasters. Blasters didn't really have a great mass retire, mass attack option sometimes, especially in the current metagame. They kind of run out of steam fast. Long are the days of the blaster meta. So Exculpate the Blaster might not be the best support. Wish they had some more stuff, but hey, better than nothing, I guess. And lastly, Oracle Think Tank. Unfortunately, I do think that Oracle Think Tank are the losers of the set. Sister is great support. I think they're really cool, but they don't really seem to have made a big splash in the meta. So let's start with Sister Parfait. Vanguard Circle Limerick for when this unit attacks. If your hand has 2 or more cards, it gets +3, and the following ability until end of battle. When Vanguard Circle, when this unit hits a Vanguard, draw a card. Second skill, turn last 2, draw a card. All right. So I guess I played Sister Parfait. It lets me draw 1 card. If you know this reference, comment down below. But yeah, I mean, the other cards are honestly, I'd argue might be better. Sister Monica is pretty neat. Liberate 4, Cam Blast 1, and Persona Blast, discard itself to look at top 5 cards from your deck and add 2 to your hand and put the rest to the bottom of your deck. And Cam Blast 2 to get +5. I think this works nice. It helps you stack and all, so it doesn't ruin your stack. So maybe it's a splashable option, Tsukiyomi, if you wanted to try that. I don't think it's really popular though, but still, I think it's really neat. And choosing 2 out of 5 is nice. Next, we have Lemonade, Sister Lemonade. I think this is definitely more splashable. Irregular Circle on place, Soul Blast 2 to countercharge 2. Again, with the Legion era coming right around the corner, Soul Blasting 2 is these grade 1 5k Soul Blast 2, whether that's draw 1 or countercharge 2, are really nice options. In addition, OTT sometimes does counterblast heavy, so I guess it does help you mitigate that problem. And also, if you are still playing soulless OTT or decks like Tsukiyomi that might not, if you miss the right chain, might not need the soul requirement, I guess you can consider playing Lemonade, but I just really strongly advise against that. But yeah, I think Lemonade is a nice addition to soulless OTT if you enjoy playing that deck as well. And Sister Coquette is the grade 2. Vanguard Circle, Irregular Circle on hit. Last 1, check top card. If it is a Sister, add it to your hand. If not, put it on the bottom of your deck. So it's nice. Cheap last 1 to draw 1 if you're playing a pure Sister. Maybe you can argue that not playing a pure build is okay as well. Your odds of hitting the draw 1 isn't that bad. I don't know, but I think that last 1 to draw 1 is cheap, so that's nice. But yeah, basically that is all for Sisters. They let you draw cards, I guess. Yeah. So that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Again, we just hit 800 subscribers, so that's super cool. 1.5 months and a little bit more till 1-year anniversary for Global. So I'm really excited to see what kind of events they bring to Global to enhance the player experience. I'm sure they will bring all the anniversary gacha, they will bring the event gacha, they will bring the team missions to get the packs and all that. So that is definitely really exciting. But yeah, this channel is almost at its 1 year anniversary as well. So I'm excited. Hopefully we get to hit 1K subscribers before the end of 1 year, because that would be really, really cool. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Help support me out. Um, if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful at all, please like the video and share it so other people can have a nice rundown of the information that will, or events, ranked rewards, cards that will come to set 13 soon enough, in less than 3 weeks. So I'm really excited. Let me know down below which clan you are the most excited for from set 13. I personally, I'm definitely really excited to see a Dark Irregular Pale Moon meta. Nouveau package is also really popular, so if you are a Kagero player or considering playing Kagero in the future, definitely do consider picking them up. But yeah, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!